For those of you who are new, my name is Chloe. I work here at CousinDIY in the design department. Some of you may not know that we're located just north of St. Pete, Florida. We're in the greater Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay is known for Gasparilla, which is an annual festival. It's a celebration of Jose Gaspar, a pirate who's known for he and his crew invading Tampa Bay. To give you an idea of the size of this event, the city of Tampa Bay literally shuts down. They celebrate from sunup to sundown on the day of the big parade. And it goes through the city and along the waterfront. They throw beads and coins to all the parade watchers, and it's a huge event for us. And today we're going to make Gasparilla jewelry. First, we're going to make Gasparilla earrings. I'll show you the earrings. This is a finished pair. It has feathers and chains and beads and shells and cording. And I know they look difficult, but they're really not that hard to make. So let's get started. For this project, you're going to need 4 4-inch lengths of chain, 2 2-inch lengths of chain, and 1 1-inch, 3/4 inch, and 1/2 inch length of chain. You're also going to need 2 4mm jump rings, 3 6mm jump rings, 3 head pins, 2 eye pins, an assortment of wooden beads and shell beads, 12-inch length of tan cord and black cord, and 3 feathers. We chose a white feather, a black feather, and this variegated feather. All right, let's begin. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take the feathers. Now I am cleaning off the end of these stems. Next, we're going to push these stems up through 3 wooden beads. If the holes aren't large enough, you can take a skewer or a bead reamer, open the holes a little bit larger. Patient, there we go. So next we're going to take the head pins and slide 1 head pin up through a shell bead. We're going to trim that stem long enough so that we can form a loop. Take our needle nose pliers and then form a loop with our round nose pliers. And we just made a drop. There's 1 drop. Next we'll take a shell chip and we will put a head pin up through that. Once again, we're going to trim that long enough to form a loop. I think we can just bend this one a little. There we have another drop. And lastly, we have a freshwater pearl. Slide that head pin up through there, trim it, and form the loop to make our drop. Here we go, we have 3 drops. Next, we're going to take an eye pin and we're going to make the eye of this eye pin a little bit larger because we're going to be holding a lot on it. So to do that, I'm going to open it just a little bit with my round nose pliers, and then I'm just going to form it into a little larger loop. We'll play with that until we get it the way we want it. That looks pretty good. Straighten the stem out, close that loop a little bit. Next, we're going to take our 3 shortest chains, so this is the 1-inch chain. I'm going to open the loop on the drop by swiveling it sideways. Add one end of the 1-inch chain. Set that aside. Next, I think I will put the pearl on the middle chain. So we'll open the loop on that drop. Slide it, close the loop. Lastly, our shell chip. Open the loop, slide the end link, and close it. Next, we're going to take an eye pin and we're going to make the loop a little bit larger. To do that, I'm going to open that loop and we're going to slide on one end of a 2-inch chain, our shell drop, our pearl drop, and our shell chip drop. Then we'll add one end of the other 2-inch chain. We're going to close that loop so it's nice and snug against the stem. Next, we're going to slide the stem of this eye pin up through, I'm calling this an ecru colored bead, wooden bead. Then we're going to work that stem up through the front of your earring so it goes up through all 3 wooden beads and lays on the top of the earring. It should look something like this. Okay, we'll set that aside for now. Next, we're going to take the cords and we're going to cut a point. And these already have a point pretty much, but we're going to make a nice sharp point in the ends of these cords to help us work them through the holes in these wooden beads. Okay, whoop. We're going to fold each cord in half evenly, hopefully. Slide the fold through a 6mm jump ring. Bring the ends through the fold. snug it up. I find it helpful to use needle nose pliers to hold on to the jump ring while I'm snugging the cord. And we'll do the same thing with the black cord. This knot forms a knot that attaches it, and it's actually also known as a lark's head knot that's used in macrame. Okay, we're going to set those aside. Now we're going to attach some beads, slide some beads on the bottom. Okay, on one end of the black cord, I'm going to slide on this ecru colored wooden bead, and then I'm going to form an overhand knot right underneath to hold that on. Next, I'm going to slide on one of these wooden disc beads. Do the same thing. Thumbs. I'll get it through there. There you go. And we'll attach a bead on each end of the tan cord. Do the same thing. Tie a knot. One more. This one has a small hole, but it'll go through. There we go. Those little points that we cut really help get these cords through the holes of these beads. There. Our other one collapsed on us. Let's fix that. I'll get it wet. Okay, at this point, we're going to take another 6mm jump ring, open that, and slide it through the jump rings at the top of both cords, and then we're going to close it nice and snug. So you've got them both hanging. The next step is to take your 4-inch chains, and we're going to open a 4mm jump ring, attach one end of 2 of these chains to one jump ring. And do the same with the other 2 4-inch chains. As I mentioned before, I like to think of my tools as an extension of my hands when it comes to making jewelry of any kind, because it really allows you to get into areas that would be hard to do without a tool like this. There. We'll close this. Put that aside. Next, we are going to take another eye pen, and once again, we'll open that loop. First, we're going to slide on the jump ring that's attached to one end of 2 chains. The jump ring holding these 2 cords together. And the jump ring, where are you? Holding the other 2 4-inch chains together. We're going to close that loop. So this hangs like this. And then we're going to slide the stem of this eye pin up on the back side of the earrings, on the back side. We've got a lot going on here in these beads, so be patient. Take your time and work your way up through those 3 beads. We want this to hang behind the earring. Go on. It's giving me a run for my money. Okay, and at this point, we're going to play with the feathers and the stems. We're going to take the pliers, and we want to pull those stems up. Now the goal here is to have the cords hanging behind the earring with the longer chains and the shells and the pearl hanging on the front. Now I'm going to take my cutters and I'm going to cut the remaining stems of the feathers that are leaving the stems, being careful not to cut the stems of my eye pins. And I need to work these stems up high enough so that I can join them together and form a loop. So I'm going to cut those even. I'm going to take my needle nose pliers and keeping those joined together the best I can, I'm going to bend those. Take my round nose pliers, again, trying to keep those stems together. I'm going to form them together into a loop. Then I'll take my pliers and I'll play with that a little bit. Okay, I want that to go this way. Earlier in the video, I should have included ear wires. Sorry about that. Isn't the first time I forgot something. We're going to open the loop on the bottom of an ear wire, and we're going to slide it through the joined loop there. Close the loop on the ear wire, and then we're just going to play with this until we get it hanging in a way that we're happy with. If there's any residual feather that you want to trim, the feathery part of the feather, this is the time to cut that off. Yeah. Our earring is complete. The next step is to make the matching earring. Now you have a matching pair of earrings. It doesn't matter if they're perfect or identical. I don't think pirates were all that fussy, and that's part of their charm. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications. Let's get ready to make that necklace. Bye.